Hi, okay, so we've all seen and maybe aspired to these kind of scale runs, etc, etc, and they're all well and good, but there are more interesting ways from getting from point A to point B, whatever your point A and point B might be. So what I'm going to talk about today is going to take this A major scale 3 notes per string, and I'm going to show you different ways of playing it in various intervals rather than just running it straight up and down it. So various things that this will help. This is going to help with your scale knowledge. It's surprising how when you're not just playing it straight up and down, things become quite weird and quite complicated. It's also going to help you play in a less kind of fixed scale runny way, hopefully, so you make your lines a bit more interesting. So the first one, we're going to look at playing in thirds. So I'm literally going to go from the first note to the third note of the scale, back to the one I missed, then a third above that. So get this. And the same thing descending. Next one is fourths. So literally from the first note to the fourth note, back to the second note, and then a fourth above that. So we get and descending. Next along is fifths. So from the first note to the fifth, good old power chords, and then and so on. And you guessed it, sixths next. So from the first note to the sixth, back, sixth above this, so this involves some string skipping, technically a bit more challenging. It's one of my personal favourites, so it goes like this. And descending. And next, sevenths, so wider intervals again, from the first note to the seventh and so on. And next up is octaves, so from the first note to the next note in the octave. So we get so they're all patterns using intervals. You can mix and match them, try them different ways. So maybe fourths you could do like this, you could go up a fourth, then up the next note, and then down a fourth. And so on and so on and so on, and you could do some fifths, link them together. And sixths and so on, or whatever it may be. And then there's a couple of other patterns we can do as well. We can play in triads. We can find all the triads within this particular scale just by going up in thirds. You're going to go play a note, miss a note, miss another note, and then go back. So we can do this kind of pattern. Obviously descending. We could take that a stage further. We could find all the arpeggios. We can just do that an extra stage. You go third, third again, third again. So in this case, that would give me a major 7 arpeggio at the start and a B minor 7 arpeggio and so on. So we'd get descending, so that'll be arpeggios. Okay, so take your time practicing these. They seem really tricky at the start, especially some of the wider interval ones. So some of the techniques I've been using there for like 6 and beyond would be the hybrid picking. It's something you've not investigated before. You just pick and fingers is worth looking at, and then just be really creative with it. So try not to get stuck into doing this to a metronome, trying to get it as fast as you can, but try and make it into music. Yeah, less scale runs and more music. And apply it to any scaling note, any 3-note per string scale that you know. So wherever it may be, I don't know, harmonic minor, whatever it is. You should be able to do it with any 3-note per string scale using any of the intervals. It's really good practice and it's great. So we want to go for less of this. It's been done a fair bit, and try and think more outside the box, more intervallically. Hope you found that little lesson useful. Subscribe and there'll be plenty more coming your way. Thank you for watching. Cheers.